Hello, everybody. I am very happy because the other day I played probably the most beautiful game I've played in a very long time. And I thought I need to show you guys the game. I need to do a full-on analysis, show you the moves, and I want to see this game again, okay? I'm very proud of it. I ended up having an accuracy of like 98.5%, which is one of the highest accuracies I've had in a game in a very long time. So let me show you the game. I was playing against Candidate Master Eaglemeister, who was rated 2187 on chess.com. I had the white pieces, and obviously I knew that this was going to be a pretty tough game. So we were playing with the time control of 3 minutes or 3 plus 2, I cannot really remember. But it was a blitz game, and I went d4, knight f6, c4. And this became, it became a Benoni, but a Czech variation. So this Benoni, I kind of call it the old Benoni because it's the Benoni that is super closed and it just goes a little bit slow. It's like, the idea here for black is just basically to, at some point, move this knight, go f5, and then you're just kind of locking in the center to prepare f5. Whereas what I'm trying to do is that a lot of times I'm trying to go f4, but I need to learn exactly how to play against this because I don't feel like my opening is the best against this. But here my opponent went d6, I went e4. I decided to fianchetto my bishop to be able to go for this f4 push. And now a6, a lot of times this will be played to go b5. I always think that, if you want to do something to me, I'm going to stop you from doing it because I know that's going to annoy you. So I went a4 over here just to prevent b5, which honestly, it's important to prevent it because if black is able to go b5 and get a lot of play on the queen side, then this can become what a lot of Benoni players feel like is their dream position. So I went a4. And now for the plan that I told you, knight e8, and then boom, f5 is the idea. So I developed my knight. And then my opponent went bishop g5, which is a nice move. The idea here is just simply to trade this bishop for this one, because this bishop is my opponent's bad bishop, whereas this is my good bishop. My bishop, because all these pawns are in light squares, this bishop is my dark squared bishop. This bishop can navigate through these pawns, whereas this bishop is kind of stuck in here. Whereas my opponent has all of the dark squared pawns, this bishop becomes the bad one. So this is a nice positional idea. I decided to just castle. And now we had trades. I took back with the queen, and f5 was played. So when f5 was played, I knew that if I do not deal with this, then my opponent's going to go f4. And I do not really want to have f4 queen up and, threats of f3 coming in. I did really not want to have that. So I was very scared of f4. So I realized that I need to either go f4 myself or maybe take. But if I take here and the bishop takes, then I am basically giving an extra tempo for my opponent because my opponent will be able to get out his bishop to a nice square very quickly. And I didn't really want that. So I ended up deciding to go f4, which I felt like was a very natural move. And here my opponent went for this really shocking move for me, knight d7. And the reason this was shocking to me was because I thought that whenever I capture this f5 pawn, my opponent must take it back with the bishop. If my opponent takes it back with the rook, then all of a sudden my bishop that was so bad before, all of a sudden becomes really good in this diagonal. So my initial immediate thought was just to take this pawn, which I did. He took back, I went bishop here. And then the rook moved back, and I just now saw that I had so many good ideas. For instance, I realized that after check and king moves, this king is very weak. And if I open up this f-file and this knight moves, it's going to be a back rank checkmate. So I decided to take here. And I really thought that my opponent was going to go rook takes f1, but if they go rook takes f1, queen takes f1, they don't have time to take here. They cannot take with the knight because of the checkmate. They don't have time to take with the pawn because then I just simply take, and checkmate. So I just thought, okay, I have won a pawn here. Like this pawn, you cannot recapture it. Same thing here. If you take it back right now, then I'll just simply go bishop takes and then take the rook. So I've just won a pawn. So my opponent thought here for a while and they ended up going for the move queen e7. And now I saw a beautiful idea. I knew that I had to eliminate the defender of this rook, and because I really wanted to go for this back rank, but this was just a tactical idea that got me very excited. And this is pretty much the reason I wanted to show you the game, because I think that this is really beautiful. So what I immediately realized was that this queen over here is the defender of this rook, because this knight, I can take it away at any point. So this queen is the defender of the checkmate. If I am able to get this queen out of here, I will be able to checkmate, because this will be a back rank. And this all comes from the fact that this knight is blocking the rooks from connecting to each other. So this knight is a terrible knight. It's a really bad knight. And, you know, this is just a problem from the opening. So I found this move that got me really excited. I started by taking, and then I found this move. You can take a moment if you want to try to come up with it yourself, but I'm going to say it now. Queen G5. And I thought that this was beautiful, because I am right now just giving up my queen for nothing. I'm just saying, hey, you can take my queen. But if you take my queen, then I checkmate. And if you take her first, I'll take back with the rook. And after it takes my queen, I'll checkmate. And the problem is not just that, you know, I'm waiting. The thing is that I am right now threatening to take my opponent's queen. There's no way to defend this queen. Only way of defending is by going rook f7, but then I take, and checkmate. And the queen cannot move anywhere. Like, the queen can go there, but then I checkmate. The queen cannot go here, not here, not here. The queen can literally not go anywhere if this I checkmate too. So there's just no moves for my opponent. My opponent just has no moves whatsoever. So the only thing that they can do really is just sacrifice the knight. So my opponent went knight f6, and a few moves later, I captured, now I was a piece up. And after I went rook a e1, put my rook over here, just on the same file as the queen, threatening to bring up my knight, my opponent resigned. And this is how I beat a almost 2200 in 21 moves. But I just thought that this was a beautiful tactical game, and I was really excited about it, and I wanted to show it to you, and I hope that you like it, because I got very excited. And I also got very excited because chess.com kept on giving me compliments. I mean, look, the chess.com AI coach was telling me that I played like a 2950 and gave me the accuracy of 98.2. That made me extremely happy. So anyways, I hope you learned a thing or two in this video. I hope this inspires you to play a little bit more tactical, or to at least study tactics and do your puzzle rushes and everything in between. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye-bye.